So I messed up and I recorded my main camera view and cut my head off. So we're not using it. And we made the decision to just go with a secondary camera, and also I forgot to turn the audio on. So audio is not going to sound great. It's for 5 episodes. We're going to put this intro at every episode. The quality of the message is still good. We had to make the decision to use what we had because we don't have time to re-record. So I apologize for the audio and visual. Just know that after a couple episodes that it'll be back to normal. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy. What's up and welcome back. If you're on the go, you can listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. I'm Shane with Lawn and Light, where we teach you everything we know about the Christmas light business. Here we go. How do you avoid burnout? This is a big one. It's tough. This is a tough business. It's so much packed into a small season that you can get burnout very, very easily. The first thing I want to say about burnout is, and how to avoid it, is your mindset. You're gonna have hard days. You have to know that going into it. You're gonna have hard days and long days. You might get up at 6:30 to inventory the trailer, and your guys get here at 7:30, and you're all packed out and ready to go. This is if kind of you're an owner-operator situation. You hop on the trailer, you hop on the truck, you drive all day as the owner, work your butt off. Your body's tense. This is the beginning of the season. Your body's tense because you haven't done it and you're getting back in the shape of being on roofs. There's a break-in period. Expect it. You know if you've done it before. You get home at 10:30, 11 o'clock. You haven't seen your family all day. You missed your kids. What sports are they in? You missed your kids' volleyball game, or you missed your kids' football game because you had to get these jobs knocked out. And you're tired and you're feeling a little bit sorry for yourself that you're working so hard, and everybody else in the world is like getting to go to their kids' stuff and going out to eat and having friends over and doing birthday parties. And I saw a shirt one time that said, my goal in life is to live the life that my kids and my wife do. I just thought it was super funny. My wife works really hard. She does it. We do everything together. So if I'm working, she's typically working, whether she's on the phone doing the phone calls and setting up bids and all that stuff. But it can be easy to get burnt out and start feeling sorry for yourself. Well, the mindset is, hey, you asked for this. You wanted this. But also prioritize your family. So let those things figure out a rhythm that works for you so that you're not missing those sporting events. When your kid looks up in the bleachers and they're looking for mom and dad, be there. Last year, I was on a job. It was 4 minutes from the high school where my daughter was having a volleyball game. And it was towards the beginning of the season. And so we worked really hard, and I let the guys know up front, hey, I'm gonna be leaving. My wife came and picked me up, went to the game. I was expecting them to be done when I got back. There was a lot of electrical problems. We had our wiring something issue, kept blowing the breakers. And so a job that was supposed to take an hour and a half, when I left, they were about done. When they went to turn them on, it didn't work. And an hour and a half after that, I'm going back to help them troubleshoot and find stuff. I am happy to do that. And my attitude coming back to 2 guys that were pretty tired and ready to be done with the thing, it was important for me to lift them up. Read the room. You don't get to have somebody on the job that's gonna always lift you up. That's your job. Your wife, spouse, when you get home, you can go through these things with them and kind of decompress and process, and then get ready for the next day. This is a blessing. This is an opportunity. These are the mind shift things that we need to talk about in order to avoid burnout. Because again, burnout is a mindset. But once you're burned out, once you're done and really done and past done, you can't work your way through it. You gotta stop for a moment, and those moments where you can get off the truck and go spend some family time, or have your wife, or if you're a woman doing this, the installs, have your husband meet you for lunch, or try to plan your schedule to where if you're on the crew, you're at a spot where close to where they work, and say, I'd love to have lunch with you. Have a trusted advisor. This is important. Either somebody that does this business somewhere else, a separate business, they have their own business, or another business owner that knows the things that you're going to go through, knows the things that you're going through, that loves you, that's willing to invest in you and you're willing to invest in them. Have yourself a trusted advisor. When you're going through some hard times, talk to them about it. Just kind of let it out and be the same for them, and ask them to hold you accountable to your mindset and your attitude, and having a positive attitude and having an attitude of gratefulness and a positivity. If you get burnt out, it's going to affect everybody around you. It's going to infect, that's a better word. It's going to infect your employees, just like a bad attitude does. If you got an awful attitude on your crew, get rid of it. If you're the awful attitude, change it. You have to change it. We have to look in the mirror and think, we are leading this company. We have to set the tone for the positivity and the outcomes that we want to implement, that we want to have inside of our company. Burnout also hurts your family. You're going to be tired, you come home and you've worked a hard day, maybe 15 hours. And it's hard to have patience after that. If you're totally burnt out, it's going to affect everybody around you. So some proactive things that you can do, you can build some margin into your calendar. Try not to work every Saturday. Take off Sundays for sure. Make it I'm not going to work on Sundays unless I absolutely have to. At least have one day a week. And the other margin in your calendar is make sure that you and your guys, I'm just talking about you, your guys can get burnt out too. Make sure you and your guys are able to get off on a Friday at 5 o'clock if they have something going on. Or say that, no matter what, on Wednesdays we're going to be done by 4 o'clock. That makes you as a business owner work on being more efficient with your scheduling. It also will make you go jump on a truck to keep your promise as well. So build some margin into your calendar as you're scheduling everything. And if you have one crew, 2 crew, 3 crews, 17 crews, build out another crew before you work a crew 80 hours a week for 4 weeks in a row. If you have that much work, especially if you're paying overtime, it's way cheaper to build another crew out than if you're paying that much overtime. If you have to work an 80-hour week 2 or 3 times during the season, that's going to be expected. Especially if you're busy, especially if you have a great company, you're getting great clients, you're getting good jobs. Like, you're going to have to work it may not be 80 hours, it might be 60, it might be 70, but you're going to work some weeks where you're just going to be dog tired, and so are your guys. But make sure that they know that you're protecting them as well. That's a big part of your culture, is how much do you protect your people and how much do you care about them before you care about the dollars that are coming in. If they feel like that you only care about the money that's coming in, your culture goes out the window. Let them know that you care about them. You care about their safety, you care about their mindset, you care about their attitude, and you care about their families. And them making sure that they get to spend time with their families as well. Again, hard season, their families are going to be understanding for the job that they've chose, but let's not abuse that privilege. Let's build people up as much as we possibly can, because they're helping us achieve a goal that we set out to achieve. They're not going to do that if they don't believe that you have their best interest in mind. And remember, love God, love others, and let your life reflect that. Catch you on the next one.